guys, they're eventually checking in. Nice to meet you. Today we're going to go over a simple budget for those of you guys who want to be aggressive in the market, investing, or even if you want to retire early. This is the budget you're going to follow, the 30-30-40 method, guys. Stay tuned. It's a great budget for you guys.
All right, guys, we have to break this down into 3 categories: your needs, your wants, savings, and investments, guys. First, your needs are going to be your housing, your food, your utilities. Guys, these are things like your car as well. These are your needs. These are the necessities. You have to get to work, so you need a car, transportation. You gotta eat, you gotta consume food. You need a roof over your head, so that is your home. You're renting a property or you have bought a house and you have a mortgage. Your wants are hobbies, travels, luxury goods and things like that. Savings and investments. This is your emergency fund. This is just a regular savings account, checking account. Investments in terms of investing into the market. Guys, these are your basic needs and wants.
So guys, the great thing about this budget, it doesn't matter what level you're at. Even if you're making $36,000 a year all the way up to $120,000 a year, this budget is going to help you retire early as well as put money into the market. So we've broken it down into 3 categories. Whether you're making $3,000 a month after taxes, which is $36,000 a year, whether you're making $5,000 a month after taxes, which is $6,000 a year, or whether you're making $10,000 a month after taxes, which is $120,000 a year, guys. So no matter what level you're at, you're going to be able to use this method effectively.
All right, guys, let's do a financial breakdown. Put some numbers on it to give you some perspective. All right, say you're making $3K a month times 12 months. That's $36,000 a year. So if you're making $36,000 a year, you're gonna break that down to your needs, your wants, savings, investments. Those are your 3 categories. So for your needs, you're gonna split that $3,000, you're gonna put that $900, you're gonna take $900, you're gonna dedicate it to your needs. Then you're gonna turn around and dedicate $900 to your wants. And then in retrospect, you're going to put $1,200 in your savings and investing, guys.
So guys, if you're at that 3K a month range, right, at this stage, given your housing, your eating, and things like that, you're definitely utilizing a roommate, or maybe you're still at home living with your parents or something like that, guys. You gotta think, guys, your needs, this includes everything. This includes your housing, food, utilities, all in one. So that $900 is gonna go towards that, right? Same thing with your wants, right? You aren't partying crazy, but you are going out, having a social life of abundance, right? But you're not going too crazy as far as going to the upper echelon clubs, popping bottles and things of that nature. But what you are doing, you're being very responsible and putting $1,200 a month just towards your savings and investments, and you're being very responsible, guys. So let's follow the method, and then you're gonna see how it's gonna work for you in your favor.
All right, now let's say, for instance, you make $5K a month or $60,000 a year. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take $1,500, you're gonna dedicate that to your needs. Then you're gonna take another $1,500, you're gonna dedicate that to your wants. And then your savings and investings, you're putting $2,000 into your savings and investing. And now the last one for the numbers that I'm going to lay upon you is you're making $10K a month. You're sitting comfortably, you have a nice consistent income. You're gonna have $3,000 that comes out of your check. It's going to go to your needs. You're gonna have another $3,000 that's gonna go to your wants. And then lastly, your savings and investings, $4,000 a month.
So you see the difference, guys, between making $5,000 a month versus making $10,000 a month, guys. You're still being aggressive, putting money towards your savings and investing. Despite you making that good amount of money, you're still being responsible. You aren't necessarily throwing money in the air, setting it on fire. You are able to take trips at this level. You are able to take trips, get more into your hobbies and your leisure activities while still being responsible with your living and your transportation and your bills, right? You're not going crazy. You are being aggressive. You don't have credit card debt at this level, hopefully, right? So keep this in mind, guys.
All right, guys, just to break this down in terms of how much you're going to save, this is not giving you an idea of how much interest you'd be accumulating if you're putting this money into the market, into an ETF or index fund at 8%. So this is just strictly savings and no interest on a CD or savings at all. Say you are making $3,000 a month and you end up saving $1,200 every single month. That's going to be $14,400 a year. Then we go to that 5K. You're making 5K a month. You're going to end up making saving $24,000 a year. And then ultimately that 10K, obviously you're making a little bit more money than the other two. It's a larger number. But over the course of a year, you have in your savings, no interest, nothing. You're just talking straight cash, $48,000. Now, if you apply that, you do some research, you do some studying, and again, in no way we are financial advisors, but if you put that into the right index fund at 8% every year, that interest is going to compound over time, and that's going to be well over $48,000 saved that year. So that's just 1 year. And if you do this consistently over years, just imagine how much you can save.
Remember, guys, the ninth wonder of the world, famously quoted by Warren Buffett, is compound interest, guys. So compound interest is your friend. And just think about it, guys. Even if you're making $36,000 a year, you still manage to save $14,000. Think about that. Make $36,000 a year, and due to you being disciplined and diligent, you're gonna save up $14,000 a year. And with that being said, as we always harp on this point, over 65% of Americans cannot cover a $1,000 emergency. Talking about Americans living in the first world country cannot cover a $1,000 emergency, and meanwhile you only making $36,000 a year, but you still manage to save $14,000 a year, guys. That's one of the great things about living in America, guys. No matter where you are, what level you're at, you still have the opportunity to improve yourself. So, with all that being said, guys, let us know how you like this method. It's a very aggressive method, but either you hate it or love it. Try it out. Let us know. Like, comment, subscribe below. Then eventually, the world's yours.